Greetings from the land of the Greyhounds. I'm Doc Elder, the voice of Eastern New Mexico University Athletics. It's my privilege to be the MC for Media Day here at Eastern. And for men's basketball, we've got the head coach, Davin Vo. We've got Mo Austin. We've got Cooper Jackson. And Coach Vo, we'll start out with you. It often takes a coach a year or two to really get his bearings and have success. You guys made it to the LSC playoffs your first year.
It was a tough year. We had high expectations. We were really lucky to get some good guys to come in and come play for us. These are two of the guys that were newcomers last year. Great part is they bring that experience with them. They're not newcomers anymore, and we've got higher expectations and higher standards, and we're looking to accomplish them for this year.
Well, Mo, you were a freshman last year, moved up to the sophomore ranks now, but not a lot of freshmen get playing time in the Lone Star Conference. You got a lot of playing time. So what do you think Coach Vo saw in you that got you the PT that you did?
Well, I think he just had an extreme high confidence in me. And, Coach Vo had a lot, Coach Cam had a lot, and especially the teammates. I make a mistake, and, we just stayed with it. They stayed with me. They learned. I was a freshman. I was just trying to pick up stuff. But what really helped me was the confidence Coach Vo had in me and showed, yeah, he did get on me, but it just made me better as a person, as a team, I feel like, and got to give credit to my teammates to help me get through that.
Well, Cooper, there's a phrase that goes, good defense leads to good offense, and Greyhound's exceptionally good defensively. You were a big reason why. So are you a good defensive player because you're just naturally gifted, or because you work hard, or a combination of both?
I think I'm a good defender because of the positions my teammates put me in to get these steals, and to work hard is another reason why I feel like I'm great defensively. But for the most part, I just feel like it's my teammates putting me in the position to be able to do what I do.
Well, Coach, we'll go back to you. Lone Star Conference, top to bottom, you can't take a day off.
Very good league. Very good league. There are many good teams, many good coaches. Even the new coaches like myself coming in are prepared and ready to go. Great thing about playing in a conference like this is it makes the non-conference schedule, makes it, I wouldn't say a little easier, but it lets you know that you have to have your non-conference schedule there to prepare you for the conference. We've got some really good teams. Again, you're going to have some really good teams in this league. We returned 8 guys, so we feel like we're one of the better teams in the league. But again, we've got to prove it. We've got to get out there and win some games, protect the Loy. One of our big goals this year is to be undefeated at home, and not a better place to play than Portales.
Mo, obviously, you had a tremendous season last year. You got to the Lone Star Conference playoff. If fate had been a little kinder to you guys, you would have won the quarterfinal game and gone to the semi. What was the hallmark of last year's squad, and what's going to be the hallmark of this year's squad?
I feel like it was just us staying together, through ups and downs. We had new people, new system, and so it was just staying together. But this year, we got a lot of returners, and so that's a big help for Coach Vo and for us to stick together and push through and achieve those goals we need. I feel like that's going to be the biggest.
Cooper, there are a lot of games that you could choose from because you had significant wins all season long. But if you had to look back and say there was one game in particular that was the most satisfying win, what was the most satisfying win last year?
I think the most satisfying win last year was against, and I think that's a tough question because every game we won was a big win for us, especially in this conference. But I have to say Midwestern, personally, because I just came back. It was my first game from tearing my PCL, and the team, everybody had each other's back, and we fought to the very end of that game, and we pulled out a good win against a good team.
Absolutely. That game went right down at the wire. Mm-hmm. I was there.
Here at the table, hit the last shot of the game.
Yep, exactly. So, Coach, let's talk a little bit. For people that come out and watch you this year, if there's one takeaway for Greyhound basketball that you hope fans leave the Steve Loy with, What do you hope they're going to think about your team?
Our team plays with pride. They're going to play with pride. When you return 8 guys, 4 all-conference players out of those 8, and they're coming back because they're hungry, and they're going to play with a lot of pride. They're going to take care of the basketball and play defense the right way. But, you know, over the last 2 months, I could just see a lot more pride taken in what we're doing and a lot less coaching, a lot less motivating for me. And these 2 guys have really taken a big role as leaders and just policing our team and our program and where it needs to go. So I just believe that from top to bottom, 1 through 16, all these guys are going to have a lot more pride in what they do on the court.
Mo, let's talk a little bit about you we've already talked about you as an athlete. Let's talk about you as a student. What is the importance that Coach Vogt puts on academics during the course of the year?
He puts a big emphasis on it, mainly because, you know, we're a student athlete. He wants us to be young men, and it's bigger than basketball, you know. He wants us to set us up in life, and he does an excellent job, has us go to study hall, and he really works and puts the patience and time into it. The coaches also, and Miss Shaley, she helps out a lot. And so he really emphasizes that a lot, if not as much as basketball itself, because he wants to set us up and have us have goals in life besides basketball.
Well, Cooper, there are some tough places to play in the Lone Star Conference where the crowd is rowdy and they're actively engaged, but I don't think there's any better environment than at the Steve Loy.
Oh, no way. We have courtside seats, our fans are, and I don't want to say this, but I feel like we're more of a basketball school, so our fans, it's really, it's almost as important to them as it is to us, the way they cheer us on and trying to even get into the other team's head. But other than that, I know they just take as much pride in it as we do.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations on the success you had last year, and let's hope that when all is said and done, we're back in the LSC tournament, we're advancing, and let's hope we get back to the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. That's the goal. Thanks, Doc.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up for Media Day for Greyhound men's basketball. This is Doc Elder saying, so long.